Hello everybody! Welcome to my MOC LEGO custom review based on a scene in Star Wars Episode 8 The Last Jedi. Before I begin this video, I remind you that the purpose of this MOC isn't to perfectly catch every detail that can meet the eyes in movies, but rather make a mock prototype of what I would love to have as a LEGO set. Let's begin! So this is based off of one of my first creations that I built after I saw The Last Jedi, and yeah, okay, I admit it's not exactly a professional build, and certainly not my best, but it does use some interesting techniques. Anyway, this is what I would call LEGO Star Wars The Last Jedi Jedi Library on Ach-to. So, as you all know, after traveling to Ach-to, an island where the first Jedi Temple was located, and where Luke Skywalker was now living in a self-imposed exile, Rey heard mysterious voices calling to her from an old tree, the secret hiding place of the original Jedi texts. It would include 3 minifigures, and instead of like an actual action feature, it would instead have an alternate look. So for the first look, I would include Rey with her rain poncho and Luke Skywalker in his hermit garb. I know that LEGO made an official minifigure for the advent calendar, but I decided to build my own. And he's looking pretty hermity. The real different thing that I did was, for the body, I used Nori the dwarfs from the LEGO The Hobbit series. And then I gave him a Wookiee hand. No, not Chewbacca's hand, just a hand that's the same color as a Wookiee's hand. And some accessories he would include are some of these nice hinged books. Of course, Rey would have her staff. And then for the next minifigure, I would actually have Luke in his Jedi robes, complete with a little torch from when he goes to actually burn down the Force tree. While I have to admit this probably would have been easier as just a mini build, I did kind of enjoy the challenge of being able to use so few brown pieces due to my number of brown pieces in my collection, which are already separated from the sets. So basically, I don't like breaking the LEGO sets too much, just enough to modify them, but with the remaining pieces that I have, this is what I got. So, yeah, let's take a little look at it. It actually did require a few different techniques just for me to really try to get the shape. For instance, the tree seems to have like these little leg-like structures kind of pronging out of it. And I actually found this a big challenge to get, because like I said, I tried to build with so many pieces. But the way I achieved it was just building a little branch. And yeah, this part is definitely discolored. But on the inside, it actually has some studs, which in a way question the laws of LEGO. And it just kind of stretches the rules of how LEGO pieces are supposed to function. But it does fit and is a really sturdy build. I'm always happy when a build is very sturdy. Okay, now when we rotate it, we get to the next side, which is really the entrance to the tree. And this actually is built on a hinge, so that it actually can get that nice upward angle that I was really looking for. If I didn't get anything else on this tree right, I really wanted to get at least the angle of that entrance. Alright. It is a bit tricky to get in sometimes, but that's just the way it goes, especially since it's like on a crooked slant, but there we go. So anyway, now we can go on inside the tree. There's a little entrance so that a minifigure, whether it's Rey or not, even with her staff, they can slip in there. Yeah, she's standing, but now we'll get to the other side. So the inside isn't, aside from like the shelf of books, it really isn't fully movie accurate, because technically when she walks in here, the books would be more like on the far side of this build. But I thought for the sake of displaying purposes or playability, there would be a bookshelf just along this wall here. And taking Ray out, we can see some of the little details inside, including a porg's nest with either an egg or a pebble. I don't know how smart porgs are. Maybe they think it's the wrong color, but who knows. Anyway, then instead of like just some kind of statue or something like I originally planned to represent like the Prime Jedi or whatever, I instead just used this little kyber crystal from the Ach-to hut set, just to kind of, give the impression of a Jedi library. This shelf here actually has enough room for 4 hinged books and then one of the older classic books with the spines. Usually fits pretty nicely, but you can open them up for these ones. And I actually thought this was kind of funny, but so some of the funny little Easter eggs that I put into this tree was actually including the Disney book from the Disneyland Castle. The classic Once Upon a Time page. Although I actually think it'd be funny if it said a long time ago or something, just referencing Star Wars being a Disney property. Then you have this book, which instead of a usual blank page, instead this actually has a compass on it to be a small Easter egg towards the little compass that Luke took in Battlefront 2, which I believe actually led him to the island of Ach-to. So, and then this book is actually just a simple Harry Potter Wingardium Leviosa book. So now we know where J.K. Rowling got that spell from. I'm kidding. But then we have this other book made from the Disney minifigure series. And this actually just has a blank page, but it could have some kind of printing. And then there's the classic red book, as I said before. So you recall how I said that this actually has an alternate build? Well, alternate displayability, I guess is more like it. Well, this would be the first displayability. You could have Rey, Luke with the tree. And then there's the second one. Hey, wait a minute. Why do you keep putting this rock by me? Oh yeah, that rock? That was just gonna be for my ghost minifigure of Yoda. If I had one.
Joke am I to you?
What?
Included me. You did not.
Well, that's because you aren't exactly a ghost.
Just around me. Animate the blue. Ghost I will be.
Well, I don't exactly have the equipment and skills yet, but I do have this.
Have in mind, what do you? A failure you are.
The greatest teacher failure is.
You I hate.
Hate leads to suffering.
So do your impressions of me. So do your videos.
Ouch. Dude, that kinda hurt.
Sorry, I am not. By the way, video's still going. Review you must.
Holy... Oh wow, sorry about that. That fucking seemed a whole lot scarier being down there. Okay, anyway. So yes, this is the alternate build with fire pieces. And, no, okay, there's no heat. So this is the piece that I would use primarily. And honestly, it's just a whole bunch of flames stuck in all these little holes, which is something which regular bricks can't do. But mountain pieces or boulder pieces can actually be used for that because they have plenty of little pinholes to stick like flame pieces. I do actually like how this turned out, because even though this flame is angled to go to the left or right, the angle of this allows it to look like it's flowing up. But yeah, alright, I think that is it. Okay, so what do you guys think? Would you
buy this? I would not.
Do you enjoy the
Build? Good as not.
Let me know in the comments below.
Dumb this video is.
And feel free to
Subscribe. or subscribe not. Subscribe not.
Listen here, you. I've got more on the way.
Include me, do they?
Well...
Out I am. May the force be with you.
Hey, what are you doing? Holy